Oh, there we go. We have both teams on the stage. I mean, looking at these quick stats just a little longer, I mean, look at how identical you see Swamp Donkey and Weevil's stats. 0.76, 0.79. They have the same amount of shots. Weevil looks like he's a better shooter than Swamp Donkey.
Oh, we can
but
tell that right away.
Oh, easily. And then, but on the other side, Swamp Donkey, he has more assists than Weevil. So, I mean, it's just going back and forth. Both these teams, I think, I genuinely think the keys to this game, these are the last two teams that I have faced. The keys to this game, I think, are cooked. They need to get out of defense as much as possible. They need to help Risser out. Swamp Donkey and Weevil just can't let Risser do all the work. They have to get involved. They can't be double cutting, sitting on the goal line, getting active. But on the other side, Despicable MIIS, they got to make sure they don't overcommit. And I think that's what's going to kill them time and time again, is if they overcommit against this Cook team, this very defensive Cook team, I mean, it's just going to go the other way every single time, counterattacks.
And one thing I've noticed with Cook here is I think Risser likes to try and put the team on his back a lot, and rather than rely on him when he needs to. And I think if Risser can hold back on that just a little bit, let Swamp Donkey and Weevil, work their magic. We all know they're capable. If Risser can rely on him just a little bit more than he has in the past, I think they'll have a very good chance here.
Yeah, and I mean, I want to see Swamp Donkey and Weevil enable Risser, but I also want to see Risser try to utilize Swamp Donkey and Weevil's strengths. Weevil is an amazing shooter. He's an amazing passer. Eric has amazing ground control, and I think they can go places if they can just get everything together and work together as a team.
Yeah. I think Despicable MIIS work as a team more than Cook does, so if Cook can find that balance, it'll be a very competitive game.
Yeah, and already in the start of this, like I said, Despicable MIIS on offense right away, applying that pressure. A great bump by, was that Risser there? That is what he's going to be doing all series long, bumps, demos. It's going to get annoying. It's very annoying. But they're going to try to get out of defense as much as possible, but still finally getting out of their half, 30 seconds into the game.
This is going to roll right in front of the net. Ekrux with a touch, but not enough. Weevil is able to hit it off of Ekrux car.
I was not expecting that to go right in. You saw a similar play like this happen yesterday with Ekrux on the goal line, catching it, not able to get control of it, and then Weevil is there, capitalizes, slams that one in the back of the net, and they have an early lead in game one.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of an awkward touch off of Spoopy there that Ekrux didn't anticipate, but nonetheless, Swamp Donkey's going to take this off a kickoff here, maybe getting a little bit of flipper, can't quite get the reset hit on it. Weevil hits his midfield, kind of stops it, pops it for Risser. It's going to go straight to Hypnotic up the wall. Risser stops it, and once again, Ekrux up in the air to Swamp Donkey off the corner. Not quite enough, though. Risser's going to get a nice fake. But big 50 going down the other way.
Spoopy with the redirect, not quite on net. And that just goes right the other way. Like I was talking about the overcommits earlier, it doesn't go in the net, but it's still very dangerous. Ekrux able to try to send it out, but Risser is there to deny that attempt. Ekrux chasing it once again, but gets beat there by Swamp Donkey. Hypnotic up very early. Going to have to challenge Weevil here. Does get a great dunk on it. And now Risser toward the sidewall, gives it to Swamp Donkey. Swamp Donkey bangs it. He's up for the double. Can he connect? Not quite with Ekrux on the backboard. And right now it kind of looks like the roles are reversed. Cooked on offense a pretty decent amount in this game one.
I know Risser is especially feeling it today. I was with him while he was warming up, and I called a triple reset right off the rip, and he did it first try. So I think he's feeling himself today. Hypnotic takes it up the midfield. He's not going to be able to get another one of Swamp Donkey 50s. It's going to go down to Weevil. He's going to try and get it off the wall here. He has Swamp Donkey ahead of him. Can he get a pass? Maybe even a solo play. He's going to control it down. Swamp Donkey and Spoopy 50 it above the goal line. Spoopy trying to get something off the mid here. Risser answers back. Ekrux is able to get the stop, but it's going to go straight to Weevil. Spoopy gets a nice last-minute block there. He's going to try and get something going again. Gets it past Swamp Donkey. He's going to get another hit down mid. Weevil's up. Is he going to be able to? He can. Down to their corner. Hypnotic off the back wall. Can he get something down for his team? He can't. Spoopy's there. 50s with Swamp. Kind of loses it. Ekrux is up. He's able to get it into the corner. He's going to try and get it out to his teammate, but all three members of Cook are back ready to stop this.
Yeah, and Risser's going to be able to make a touch here. 2 up. That's a double commit. I don't think anybody there for Despicable Me is able to capitalize. Ekrux is going to go to the wall. Very mechanical player off the ceiling. He has a flip. Weevil up there so early, but now Spoopy off the backboard. Little awkward from Risser. Almost double taps into his own net. Hypnotic can't quite, as Swamp Donkey makes an amazing save on the goal line.
Yeah, we saw right there the defensive. I was about to say we saw the defensive play style from Cook there, but as all three of them were caught front post here, and Ecrux is able to bury that on the opposite side of the net.
Yeah, I think these guys really like to sit on the goal line, and it sometimes works out. Most of the time it has worked out for them this season, but recently against these offensive powerhouses of a team, they can just pick apart that defense and place the ball into spots, top left, top right corner around the defense, and you just can't save it when you're sitting on the goal line flat-footed like that. Great demo from Risser, what he's amazing at this season. He's honestly one of the best players I've seen try and demo people. I can't demo nearly as well as Risser. I try, but not even close.
Yeah, not only is Risser really good at demoing, but I know just from like Sixers games and casual games with him, he's very hard to demo too. And he just plays so fast and he rips around the field, and you never know when he could come in just like that. Swamp Donkey gets up, maybe a pass to Weevil here as he isn't able to put it on net. Risser tries to answer, gets it mid, but not quite. It's gone a little far. Swamp Donkey's going to try and get it up the wall here. It's going to bounce out the corner to Spoopy. He gets a big clear out to mid to Ecrux, but not quite on net, as Risser's going to be able to bang it right back towards Hypnotic. A lot of ping-pong boomer ball going on right now.
That was almost a great pass by Ecrux back to Hypnotic. Now Hypnotic will take control of this ball in his own corner. Great pinch over another. That ball, Eric's going to have to get up there. He does get a good touch off the back wall. Hypnotic pops it up, but Weevil is on the backboard just waiting. Does not get another touch. Spoopy on the back wall. Risser is able to make the save. He makes a great save off the double opportunity, but Hypnotic is able to pound it in. And there we go. 1-goal lead for Despicable MIIS.
Maybe a little bit of a miscommunication error, as Risser saw that shot coming from a mile away and he pre-jumped the save, but Swamp Donkey was also up, leading to a bad double commit, and they were able to slide it in there.
And now with 46 seconds left, Despicable MIIS has that 1-goal lead. Cook is going to have to make something happen in these last couple seconds. Unfortunately, can't make it happen there as 2 are up from Despicable MIIS. Risser pops it around 1. Will he be up for another? Sounds like Spoopy is already up. Weevil off the back wall, hits it up, but Ecrux is there. Swamp Donkey can't get back, but Weevil makes a great diving save. Spoopy once again has the ball, but Risser is back. Popped in the corner. Spoopy trying to dunk him, but can't quite. As Weevil is now up to that corner. Is anybody there to follow it up? Not quite. Ecrux is going to send it back, and Cook looked like they might have one more opportunity.
Yeah, one more opportunity indeed, as Risser's going to take it off the corner. He's known for his airplay here. Is he going to be able to keep it up? To Swamp Donkey. It's going to go off the backboard. Can Spoopy? He does. Swamp Donkey is going to try and get it back down. He might have a second hit here. He can't quite get it. Weevil's up fighting for it, and Swamp Donkey's not able to keep it up. Despicable MIIS will take game 1.
Yeah, and that was a wonderful feeler game from both teams, I think. Both teams, I mean, you see shots, so many shots from Despicable MIIS. Not a lot of shots from Cooked. Offense versus defense, we're going to see that entire series. Risser, obviously 42 demos, very accurate there. But he does have so many more demos than everybody else in the lobby. And I think this is going to shape up to be a pretty good series.
Yeah, I think one of the big reasons we see Cooked on defense so much are these we saw a few instances of the double commits, and right there they're caught all front posts. I think if maybe a little bit of a communication error is happening here, where one guy doesn't know if the other's coming up, and it all makes them come back all at once. So I wonder if there's just some tweaks there they can make to kind of clean them up a little bit.
Or maybe it's possibly panicking on defense, because you see a lot of people, double committing, pre-jumping shots, trying to get up, but maybe if they just slow it down a little bit, try to read it before they just jump, maybe that'll give them a better opportunity and maybe better clears, because a lot of their saves don't go to the best of spots and just sit right back in front of the net. And with this offensive team that cuts rotations constantly, they're going to be there to just slam that back into the net every single time.
Yeah, with a player like Risser who can move and make decisions so quickly, it's kind of maybe hard for teammates to get a feel for what he's doing sometimes. So the communication is really key, especially in big ranked games like these ones. Risser's going to get a very nice clear down, but Spoopy is up. I don't know where he came on. He was able to get a stop on that. Swamp Donkey's going to go up on the wall here. Gets it over 1. He has 1 to beat. Can he get it around? He's known for his ground play here, but Ecrux is able to stay with him. Risser was almost there to try and follow up, but not quite there. Hypnotic's going to take it off the wall. Gets it past the Ecrux. He's going to get another soft touch back to Hypnotic. It's a very nice play, but just didn't work out for him. They were all over that. Oh, it's going to go right in front of Weevil, but Ecrux is able to stop it again.
And now with Risser passing it right back mid, Swamp Donkey not quite close enough. Ecrux with an amazing 50. Now he's going to chase that ball to the corner, gets the boost. Weevil beats him to it, though. And now Swoopy tries to collect it, can't quite. Risser is going to be on that wall, send it to the corner. Hypnotic is able to get it out of his corner. Swamp Donkey tries to catch it, but Hypnotic barely pre-flips into it. Risser, Swoopy gets a great touch. Weevil, can he make the touch? Makes a touch. Ecrux now on the back wall is going to pass it mid. Does get a good pass, but nobody is there. And now Cooked looking to go the other way.
Swoopy kind of popped it up straight for Weevil there, but Weevil wasn't able to do anything. Now Ecrux is going to take it off of Hypnotic's pass up mid. He's going to go straight to the net, right to Rizzer. He's got one to beat. He can't quite get it over Spoop. Swamp Donkey's going to take it from him. Up the wall, it needs to get over one. 50s it with Ecrux, gets a nice little touchdown, but not quite on net, and Hypnotic is going to be able to take it up the wall here. He's going to try and find his teammate upfield. Ecrux is up, gets a nice little touch, but isn't able to get it back on net. And then Swamp Donkey takes it. Rizzer takes it past the mid. Let's see if one of them can get a play off the wall here. They can't. Hypnotic's going to take it instead. Weevil off the backboard. Spoopies might try and get a little touch off of Ecrux's pass here, but then the bumps are coming out everywhere. I have no clue what's happening right now.
Yeah, and Swoopy getting it over one. Heads it into the corner. Does he have another touch? Tries to go for the bump. Hypnotic a pass mid to Ecrux. Ecrux getting it around another pass mid again. The double. That was just an amazing play from the two players on Despicable Me's. Ecrux to Hypnotic, back to Hypnotic. It's just so good from these two players. They're doing amazing all season long. And Cook just caught, again, all three of them on the goal line.
Yeah, what I'm seeing from Despicable Me's right now is very calculated touches. They know when to get a soft one and they know when to boom it across. And Ecrux and Hypnotic especially, they know when to get a nice little tap and then a big booming pass to another teammate. And right there, it was just a perfect example. Spoopy Man gets a nice clear over one. Weevil's going to answer back, but isn't able to get a nice touch. Rizzer's going to try and take this back to his corner here, but maybe another not great of a touch here. Weevil's going to try and make a save on the goal line. He's going to be up on the wall to follow it up. Gets it to the corner, but Swoopy Man's going to be able to answer it. Gets straight down to Swamp Donkey. He's not going to be able to do anything with it, but he does get a bump, and Rizzer, he won't miss an open net like that, but goddamn was it close.
He almost did. Yesterday in his series, he slammed one of those off the crossbar. Similar situation, Swamp Donkey bumping somebody in net, and Rizzer almost hitting that crossbar and going out, but luckily for Cooked, it does go in. And, I mean, Swamp Donkey, those bump plays, they have worked so well on LAN, and I know they're very, very good on LAN as well. As now he's up in the air, getting a demo as well. Weevil is last back, has to defend this Ecrux shot. He's now in the corner, Hypnotic off the back wall. Nobody is there from Despicable Me's. Double fake action, both teams. Risser popping it over one. This will leave it for Ecrux to collect. Fortunately, doesn't have boost to do any dribbling. Swoopy putting a shot, not quite on net. Risser now going to take it up the wall. He has a little bit of time. Hypnotic is up now, though. Getting bumped out of the way. Ecrux now collecting the ball. Maybe his turn to do a solo play. Not quite, as he is bumped out of the way. Hypnotic last back. Swamp Donkey can't quite redirect it. As he's dribbling it now, giving it to Risser. Great pass off there. And now Hypnotic is trying to go the other way. Getting a 50. Just goes straight up there. A demo coming out. Ecrux getting 50'd by Weevil. As he's now pushing it to the other side. Unfortunately, double jumps over the ball. Swamp Donkey, great dribbling here. The double commit coming out from Despicable Me's is trying to go the other way, but Risser is able to keep it in the Despicable Me's half.
Very physical game coming out here. It almost seems like the ball has become second to getting a demo on both teams here. It's going to go floating towards the wall here. Spoopy is going to get one, maybe a pass up to Ecrux, but he can't quite get it. Swamp Donkey's able to cut it off. But Swoopy Man comes back in. He's trying to get a shot on net here. Both to Hypnotic, and Hypnotic slots at top right corner.
Yeah, and Hypnotic's shooting today has been really, really good. As once again, this passing plays from Despicable Me's are just so good. Cooked, unfortunately, awkward on that goal line. And now with a minute left, Cooked once again down one goal and need to make a comeback.
Yeah, I'm seeing like this once again. I think Rizzer's just trying a little too hard to try and put the team on his back. I think they just need to work more cohesive together. This is going to come into Cook's side here. They're trying to get it out. Rizzer's going to try and make a play up the wall here. Spoopy Man cuts him off. It's just going to be Spoopy Man and the rest of Cooked here as Ecrux slowly comes by. He isn't able to get past the Weevil. Ecrux takes it up the wall. Can't get a touch up, but he does get it on the second try. He goes up to the backboard. Can't quite get it down. Big clear coming out. It's going to go straight to Spoopy Man, however. Weevil gets a nice backwards touch off the wall to a flying Ecrux coming off the wall. He's going to be able to get a shot on net, but Rizzer is right there able to stop it. Can he get a second? He can't. 50s with Hypnotic. It's going to get kind of scary here for Cooked again, but Rizzer gets a nice little touch.
It's over him. It's open.
Swamp Donkey gets one over. can't get it on net and hits it a little too high, but Weevil.
Double, not quite able, but Risser slams it home. There we go, Cooked back in this game, tie game, 13 seconds left, maybe overtime in game number 2. Weevil unfortunately couldn't get the double, but fakes for Risser. Beautiful shot.
Yeah, I mean, it took a ways to get there, but they got it in the end. I did not think Risser was coming in to slot that in, but there he was. Weevil off the kickoff is going to try and get something going, take the road here. Or no, it's tied. He's going to try and seal the deal. 4 seconds left. Gets a big clear out mid. Risser's going to try and follow, keep it up, but he can't. Hypnotic's going to stop it and go to OT.
Yeah, and with overtime in a Division A loser final, trying to tie this series up. Risser gets the ball hit away from him by Spoopy. Weevil is able to intercept that though. Hypnotic bangs it high. E-Crooks should be up there early. Spoopy and E-Crooks double committing. Ball going the other way. Hypnotic will have boost and on the backboard now. Risser gets a touch over one. Swamp getting a touch back to the corner. He is going to try to pass it back mid, but E-Crooks is there really fast. Weevil able to get the 50. Risser will have the ball, boost, and time in that corner. But never mind, I'm sorry. Spoopy just with that disgusting pre-jump. Risser on net. Is that going to be in? Hypnotic triple tapping it off his own backboard. And it's just going back and forth right now in this overtime.
Great save coming from Knock there. I did not expect that touch from Risser. But Spoopy Man is going to try and get a big clear down over Swamp Donkey. He can't quite get it as he tries to hit it around the net, but it's kind of a little trouble here. Risser's going to take over into their corner. Doesn't get the touch he wanted again. I think, it's Cooked is just looking a little, haphazard, a little sloppy, but, it's still kind of working out for them. It's a very confusing OT right now.
Yeah, and if they could have kept that pressure going, Despicable Me has had a combined total of 6 boost. So, I mean, they're doing a good job of starving Despicable Me when they are on offense. But it might just go the other way. E-Crooks hitting an overtime winner. I was not expecting that one to go in.
No, I didn't even think he was going to try and shoot this. Right over Swamp Donkey, and Risser is not expecting it to get over there, and E-Crooks just slots it top left there.
Yeah, that was a really, really close one there from Swamp Donkey. We are going to have a timeout, I believe, coming after that Game 2 loss. Saw similar with Cooked yesterday after they lost 2. They took their timeout as well. And, I mean, the scoreboard, once again, Despicable Me's huge offensive powerhouse. Cooked on defense a lot, getting a bunch of saves. And now they got to make some adjustments. They got to see what's happening. They got to work through this and try and bring this series back.
Yeah, I think a big thing with Cooked, it's a big mental game. We saw when they were playing you guys, they can get in their heads quite a bit. And this timeout just might be what they need to try and just, get their bearings, figure out what they need to do, talk with each other without, the stress of playing the game. I think the timeout is a really good play here.
Yeah, it will try to reset. Normally you don't see timeouts coming out of Div A, and up until this LAN, I don't think there might have been any timeouts on Div A in the last 5 seasons, but we've had a couple now, and
there was one yesterday, wasn't there?
Last 5 seasons. Okay. There was one, yeah. There was one yesterday.
I get what you're saying now.
So, I mean, hey, if the timeout buff, if they're going to get a couple games, try to get that momentum back on their side, try to take out this Despicable Me's team. I mean, a great team throughout the entire season. They are fighting to try to get to that grand finals.
Yeah, we see, with Division A, we see big plays coming out, and in the lower divisions, I feel like we don't see the best usage of timeouts, and I think those lower divisions kind of take from this Div A example. A timeout, when you go down 2 games very quickly, you're struggling right away in a series, a timeout can be really helpful, and it's just hope Cooked was able to talk out what they needed to, clear their heads a little bit, and be fresh and ready to go for this Game 3 as we get started here.
And Cooked looking to try to cut this lead in half. Already a shot by Risser. Swoopy is able to get back there now, though. He has a little boost in the air, gets a flip reset. Another over 1. Little awkwardness coming out on that goal line now. Weevil trying to get it over, but Spoopy is not going to be there. A little bit of a whiff. Swamp Donkey off that little corner lip down there. Risser get the flip reset. Does he have another touch? Oh, so close. Hypnotic is there off the backboard, though, to make a wonderful save. And now E-Crooks getting 50 by Swamp Donkey there. Risser into that corner once again. Gets the read. Another weird touch coming out from Risser. He's going to get that bump now as Weevil going to keep it in to the Despicable Me's half. Swamp Donkey into the other corner once again. Hypnotic doesn't get the touch. Risser has the ball, has boost. Goes for a demo instead. Demo's the wrong person, unfortunately, as now Ecrux sends it the other way, letting his team have so much time to get boost and recoup and set up another attack.
I really liked that play from Rizzer. He almost faked the shot in a way to pass his teammate out the backboard. And, you know, if he would have demoed Ecrux instead of the second person he did, that would have easily been a goal for Cook. I really like that play. Anyways, we got into Cook's corner here. Spoopy Man's going to try to get it out mid. Weevil is able to get a saving touch. Ecrux answers back, though. Swamp Donkey pops it up. It's going to stay a little bit high here. Hypnotics is going to try and take control. Rizzer answers back, but it's going to go straight to Spoopy Man as he 50s it with Swamp. Rizzer 50s it with Ecrux off the wall here. Weevil is going to try and go up. Rizzer's up as well. Maybe he called him off there. Spoopy Man's going to take control off the wall. Maybe a pass to himself as he tries to get another pop. It's going to go not quite over Swamp Donkey as it gets a touch up to the goal post.
Yeah, Hypnotic off that corner. Ecrux getting a redirect, but Weevil is in net to make the great save. Weevil banging it forward. Swamp Donkey is up, but so is Spoopy Man. Unfortunately, is not able to beat him. Ecrux putting a shot on net. No boost to follow it up. Hypnotic is also there. Risser 50s in both. Gets it out of his half for the time being, but it's sent right back in by Spoopy. A little bit of an awkward touch, but Hypnotic is already up for it. Makes a great save, Swamp Donkey, and is up for another one, banging it away. All of Despicable Me is on their own half. So now Ecrux is already up for another touch. Can't quite make contact. Risser is in that corner. Touch out mid. Sent to the side by Weevil. Hypnotic getting dunked by Swamp Donkey. Swamp Donkey probably has another touch here. Maybe sending it off backboard. Tries to get a shot. Great pass to Risser. And they take their first lead of this series.
Yeah, once again, I don't know if you meant to hit the backboard here. It might have been a shot, but anyways, it fakes out that last defender for Despicable Me's, and Rizzer is able to clear it up behind Spoopy Man. What a great shot.
Yeah, and that's a great start from Cook. Counterattack, like I said earlier, coming out. Defensive woes off those counterattacks from Despicable Me's. Risser now up over Spoopy. Is anybody there for Cook? Not quite, as both their second and third are pretty far back. Ecrux has the ball, has boost. Trying to get over. Double commit coming out from Cooked. As that ball is in the corner, Ecrux stole the boost. Is up once again, getting bumped by Swamp Donkey. Risser is up. Gets a flip reset. Is able to follow. He will get a 50. Ball gets sent into the Despicable Me's corner as Swamp Donkey will be there to try to ego, but can't quite beat Ecrux as Hypnotic gets a great 50. Risser last back makes a great 50 as well. And that ball gets sent out mid. Weevil not able to beat Ecrux, but does get the bump. As he is now going to get the beat there. That is open net. Can Swamp Donkey put it mid? He does. Risser, can he capitalize? It's so close. Go in the net. There it is.
Able to get up and get the last touch needed. That was great execution there by Cooked.
That was just so close to not going in off that corner. And just, Swamp Donkey is able to put that in the net.
Just had
very much needed.
Bit of boost that he needed, and it was just perfect there. He's ready for it. Rizzer gets a nice little kickoff to the wall here. They're going to try and keep their 2-goal lead with 1:40 left to go in this game 3. Swamp Donkey to the corner. Hypnotic pops it up here. I'm seeing this is kind of like a Rizzer Ecrux show match. I feel like every time the ball is in the air, it's either Rizzer or Ecrux doing something with it, whereas their teammates, whenever it's in the air, they just kind of get a big hit and try to clear it away.
Speaking of Ecrux, doesn't get the flip reset. Risser does make a great 50. Spoopy getting a 50 back to Hypnotic. Swamp Donkey doesn't have any boost, nor does Weevil. Risser the only one on his team. A little plat pop action, but Ecrux is on the backboard to make the save. Spoopy trying to beat Risser in the 1v1, but Risser will slam it to the other side, far away. Hypnotic is there to capitalize. No boost, unfortunately. Swamp Donkey sending it out far. Ecrux trying to collect it here in this corner. Fakes out one. He's gonna get bumped, trying to flick it over. Almost in the net. But Spoopy getting a great 50 as that ball still stays in their half. Risser has a shot opportunity. Weevil can't get the bump on Ecrux. 40 seconds left, time winding down. Despicable Me's, they need to make a fight right now.
Yes, they do, but Cooked is just pretty dominant in this game 3 here. That timeout would have worked for him as it goes in for Rizzer. It just gets a little pop right above the goal line, and Rizzer was ready for it. Man, what a touch by Weevil here, just getting that last little touch he needed off the backboard.
These passing plays coming out from Cook, you like to see it. Slamming that ball off the backboard as they don't see anybody from Despicable Me's there. And that has been, I think their last couple goals has just been off the backboard, off the post. and one of the players from Cook just sitting there ready to capitalize. So, I mean, 3-goal lead. It's about over now. Despicable Me is probably looking toward the next game, as I don't think with Risser up in the air, they can make 3 goals in 15 seconds.
Yes, with Risser taking the ball up in the air is always scary because he can do almost anything he wants with it. You know, like I said in that free play session this morning, he just dropped the triple reset right away. But yeah, as time winds down here, Cook is going to go up 3-0 in this game 3, taking their first game of the series whenever this this ball decides to drop.
Yeah, the team's looking for a little momentum moving forward. Weevil, does he have a flip reset? He doesn't, because Risser just egos him. As that ball will not find it in the net.
They're having fun in the game.
Yeah, and great showing out from Cooked, and now you see it a little flipped. I mean, you got 12 shots coming out. 12 shots coming out from Cooks, only 7 from Despicable Me, so they're forced to be on defense a little bit more. And I mean, you'd like to see it as putting that team on defense. I mean, that's what you want to do.
Yeah, Cook really kind of seemed to suffocate them. Not only did they have no goals, which means no assists, but also they didn't have a lot of shots. You know, they didn't have a lot of demos. They couldn't really just do a whole lot. They couldn't move a whole lot in that game. And I think that timeout, Cook really talked about what they needed to, and they were able to just, you know, have just a grip on that game though in the entire 5 minutes.
Yeah, they looked like they really had control throughout the entire series, throughout the entire game. Sorry, not series. And I mean, the timeout worked. Timeout buff. I mean, maybe in Div A it actually is real.
No, definitely. When you utilize the timeout like you should, you know, you talk about what's going wrong and what's working, what to fix and what not to fix. And ultimately, if you're a solid team and you communicate those kind of things, it's bound to work for you.
Yeah, and then I mean, I know changing their game. They did it yesterday. They changed their game plan against Backboard Bros, and it got them to get a couple games off of them. But can they continue it in this series? Can they win the second? Can they win the third? And possibly even the fourth to try to get that rematch against Backboard Bros. A great pre-flip save from Weevil. But I mean, can they make that happen? Can they get the 4 they need?
Yeah, I know. We know players will have their certain kind of play styles, but you know, whether someone's very demo heavy or just plays a lot of shots, it can change throughout the game. So changing your play style, changing your mindset is very key to winning, especially in higher ranked games like these. And you know, you just got to be very fluid as a player and be able to be dynamic with you and your team.
Yeah, and so getting a good 50 there. Risser hits it right into Hypnotic. Risser now has full boost now, but Hypnotic's still there. 0 boost. Risser still just being a nuisance to Hypnotic. Spoopy returning the favor, but Risser gets a demo. Spoopy does dunk Swamp Donkey, and now Weevil trying to get a pass out mid. Maybe a 50. Fakes out Hypnotic. I don't know what is happening. Great touch there from Swamp Donkey. Risser still jumped a little bit there, as Weevil does not make contact. Ecrux is there. Swamp Donkey makes an amazing touch there. That would have been a goal if Swamp Donkey does not get that touch.
Yeah, absolutely. Hypnotic's going to try and gets a little bit maybe faked out right, or just missed it. I'm not sure, but Spoopy Man's going to 50 it with Weevil. Ecrux is going to follow up on the left wall here. Maybe get a little bit of control as he saw someone go up. He's getting another fake. Rizzer pops it up and 50s it with Hypnotic as Hypnotic tries to fall on it, but Weevil is going to be able to take it on the ground. Can he get it over? Is that everyone gone from Despicable Me? As it is, because I can't remember. I think it was Rizzer who got the bump on the last guy there.
Swamp Donkey got a bump on the last guy.
Swamp Donkey, there you go.
Able to find the bump on Ecrux. And I think even if he doesn't find that bump, there's no way Ecrux gets to that shot placement from Weevil.
Yep.
And they have another lead in this game. So they're looking to try to even up this series, make it best of 3, but Spoopy trying to equalize the game score. Not quite able to get it around 1. Hypnotic does have the ball now. Weevil, great 50. Ecrux, great placement, but Swamp Donkey is able to make a good save. Weevil popping it up high, but Spoopy is there. Hitting into the corner, getting it right to Risser. Unfortunately for Risser, Ecrux gets a hold of that ball now. As Ecrux trying to 50 Swamp Donkey, does do it. Gonna get another pass out mid, but Weevil was expecting another touch, as he's able to boom it to the Despicable Me's half. Spoopy getting a 50, but Swamp Donkey, he's there, he's up, but Ecrux is up so much sooner. Swamp Donkey, Spoopy Man getting a good touch on the other half. Hypnotic trying to pre-jump Risser, can't quite. Risser still has control of that ball. Flip reset, is it gonna go in? Not quite, as Ecrux is able to make that save on the goal line, as he's now going up to the, it's just back and forth.
Yeah.
Risser, Ecrux, they just taking their own turns, like you said, freestyling.
Yeah, very competitive game. The RZR Ecrux show match. Yeah, I think
Oh, what a slot!
just rips it right on net, and it's just going to be too much for that last Despicable Me defender to defend. I didn't even see that touch by Swamp Donkey.
I didn't either. Beautiful pop from Swamp Donkey leads to a great placement by RZR. Unfortunately for Despicable Me, is just out of their reach, and now they have another 2-goal deficit they have to try to claw back from. And with how Cook's offense is looking, it's a little scary for them.
Yeah, whatever they talked about in that timeout, it's really working because they just seemed way more locked now. And they're playing as a team, and Despicable Me's don't really know what to do here, it's looking like. RZR's going to get a nice touch off the backboard. Weevil 50s it with Spoopy. RZR's going to get a nice touch backwards. It's going to be open a little bit. Swamp Donkey tries to get one, but he gets it up 50 with Spoopy. And I think that's Swamp Donkey's goal there. Weevil takes it right at the goal line just for a little bit of insurance.
That's okay. That ball was going in regardless.
Just like
Weevil with
Remzi's goal with yours.
Yeah, I hated that. I screamed at him. I was so upset.
Let you eat. Come on, man.
He's just stat padding, man. He doesn't need it. He does not need it.
Swamp Donkey's going to try and take it out the kickoff here. He has got no boost. He's going to pop it out to his teammate RZR, but he goes flying high. Weevil can't quite get the touch. He's going to leave it kind of open. Swamp Donkey's the last one back. Oh! RZR can't get the save. Spoopy 50s it, and it's going to go his way this time.
Yeah, and you see Spoopy in those cams looking at the other team on his head.
Oh, we love Spoopy. He's a vibe in whatever room he gets in. He's actually feeling a little bit under the weather this weekend, but sick or healthy, he always is kind of feeling himself, and he's not afraid to talk a little smack either.
Ecrux, something like a little pogo there. I saw that. Spoopy, great banger. Ecrux, is there a shot? Not able to quite get it there on net. RZR would have made the save anyways. Hypnotic triple commit. Oh, the mythological triple commit coming out. And now it's Despicable Me.
Cut off the head of one of the triple commits, another one grows back.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, you see Cook now, right? Solo boost. Well, I mean, Swamp Donkey is able to pick up a mid boost. Demo coming out. Well, now he doesn't have that, so pass out mid. Weevil
trying to rip it on net here. Weevil with a big clear. Ecrux off the wall. He's going to try and get a second one. He's not going to quite get it as Swamp Donkey's able to wait him out, but a big bump play just comes out and saves whatever shot that was. That was a little confusing. Weevil's going to take it up, but near the boost. He doesn't get the boost, but he's going to get a pass towards RZR.
Wow.
A little bit of a, I think that they kind of faked each other out maybe a little bit there. It's going to go clearing down towards Cook's side. Swamp Donkey's going to try and take it in the corner. Doesn't quite get it. Tries to fake him out, but Hypnotic's all over him. They're going to get out to mid here. Ecrux is up. 50s it with Weevil on the save. Swamp Donkey's up to answer. Another 50 coming out. Just a fight for the goal line here.
Oh, Hypnotic goes for a flick. Swamp Donkey already up. A great touch, buying so much time for his team to get boost, get back, get ready to save another shot. That ball going out mid. Weevil up early. Ecrux doesn't quite get up to it. Time winding down. Cooked looking to take this game, barring a miracle from Despicable Me.
Yeah, Cooked is going to be able to tie up this series here. As soon as this ball drops, there it is. Cooked, winner, game 3. It's 2-2 on the series. Yeah.
2-2 on the series,
yep.
Indeed. And a little more tame game on the offensive side from Cooked, but they took their opportunities and they capitalized on every single one that they had. With, I mean, Swamp Donkey, great. 2 assists there. Obviously didn't have a chance at a goal at all. Definitely not. But
no, Cooked is just playing way more cohesive than they were at the beginning of the series. They're playing as a team. We're seeing, you know, presence from all the guys on goals here.
Yeah, and 2 games away. Whatever team wins 2 out of the 3 next games, they will advance to the grand finals to see Backboard Bros to close out season 6.
To see Backboards take it all.
No. I am an unbiased caster.
You did say they were fighting for second place at the beginning of the series.
Well, yeah, because they're fighting for an opportunity to get to second place. Right. Yeah. I didn't mean that as like they're gonna get second place. I meant that as they're fighting for at least second place.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it is a mountain to climb. Whatever team
it's true.
has to climb an insane mountain Win 2 games.
Team you are, you know, Remzik's a big name. I mean, it's you know, people talk about the Glaze all the time, but you know, it's not a name to shy away from. But in this game 5 here, Cook is going to see if they can keep the pressure they've been putting on the last 2 games. Crux are going to try to take it up the corner here, trying to get it out of their side as they are struggling a little bit. They're looking maybe a little starved here as Rizzer goes for their boost again. Swamp Donkey's going to try and get something going. Weevil takes it out in the corner. Crux gets a nice little touch, has some boost to work with, but gets 50 by Rizzer as he's going to try and take control in the corner here. Swoop goes missing as he tries. Hypnotic's going to come and clean him up here. Rizzer gets a big touch over to the wall, but Crux is able to answer maybe a little bit of a sidewall where he doesn't get it. 50 between Hypnotic and Weevil off the pass.
Spoopy getting it around another. Risser does make a touch. Spoopy puts it high though. Risser is once again there. Ecrux having to back up. Hypnotic is there, but Weevil bangs it right back. A demo coming out. Ecrux not able to make a great contact on that ball. Risser getting another demo. Another one. Just murdering everybody on this field. And that is going to slow Despicable Me's down so much as their boost just gets reset to 33.
Yes, indeed. Cooked are doing a pretty good job of keeping the pressure they've been had the last 2 games of the series. Spoopy's going to try and make something happen with very, very low boost. He's going to try and get it on mid for a teammate, but Swamp Donkey doesn't get the touch he needs. Oh my gosh, there are a lot of, I couldn't see who did the first shot, but Spoopy Man was able to clean it up. That was Hypnotic. He had a great shot on net to kind of make him awkward on the save, and Spoopy Man was able to clean it up.
It's once again, though, triple committing. Everybody jumping every single shot. They got to relax a little bit. They got to stop panicking on that goal line. And I think it's very dangerous if they keep that panic up on that goal line because, I mean, only one of you is going to hit the ball. If more hit it, you never know where that ball's going to go.
Oh, no, not at all. But Cook is just kind of leaving Despicable Me's a little flustered. I almost think Despicable Me's maybe should have taken a timeout here. But maybe they know what they need to do here, and they went ahead and went into this game 5. But they're struggling to make something happen here.
Spoopy has to be very careful.
Goal, but
yeah, Spoopy has to be very careful with that touch. Weevil was breathing down his neck. As Ecrux getting a good 50. He is up already, but Weevil is there to make the touch. Hypnotic banging it up mid. Ecrux is there. He's going to have a redirect. Not quite. As Swamp Donkey is able to make the touch. Demo coming out. You saw that from a mile away on the director cam. Another demo coming out. Weevil taking a page out of Risser's book. Getting a bunch of demos. Is now in that corner. Spoopy up off the corner. Getting another touch. Mid. Wow. That's a beautiful pass. Nobody there. Hypnotic is waiting for another pass. Not quite able to get the same quality out of that one. As Hypnotic off that corner. Sent the ball mid. Weevil is there. This rotations on this Cook defense is working really, really well. Swamp Donkey with a shot. Not quite able to get it past the last defender. Hypnotic out mid. Swamp Donkey shot. Little high as Ecrux is just waiting on that backboard for that shot.
Swamp Donkey off the wall. Kind of goes missing as he goes to the challenge, but he's going to get a second chance here. He goes mid. No, no one is back. It's open for Swamp Donkey to just walk it right in.
It was just open. I was not expecting it just to be open.
I think Spoop had a little bit too much confidence in Ecrux and Hypnotic on those 50s. He went for boost there. He just left the net wide open. Swamp Donkey was all over those 50s.
Now we have a tie game. Game number 5 to put the team on match point. As we've said all weekend, oh so crucial to have that extra game of wiggle room. 2 chances to try and seal the deal and punch your ticket to the grand finals. Either team can do it. It's just which one will take the opportunity.
I don't know. I think we missed predictions at the beginning of this, but I kind of had Despicable Me's going into this. But the way that Cooked has switched up their play style here, they're looking very formidable as opponent to this Despicable Me squad here. Weevil's going to try and get a dribble around the 1. He can't get it past the 2nd. Ecrux is going to be able to get a nice touch in the corner, but he has no boost. He has to bang it away. Rizzer had a shot on net, but all 3 of them went missing on the save. Spoopy Man gets a big clear down. They're all kind of scattered around right now. Hypnotic tries to kick control of the center. He can't. Ecrux is behind him. He's going to get a big boom.
Pre-jump. Disgusting pre-jump by Weevil. Able to read that. Spoopy, does he have the double? That's a little bit of a shallower bounce.
The bomb! Open! Hypnotic. Great bump play by Spoopy there. Great awareness. He didn't get the double, but he was able to stay in the play, and he saw that opportunity. Wonderful, wonderful play from Spoopy there.
That was a disgusting bump coming out from Spoopy. One of the best of his probably career. Means so much in this game as they have that advantage. 50 seconds left. Can they hold on?
I love those kind of plays where you don't quite get the touch that you wanted or, you know, the clip, but you're able to be aware and stay in the play and, you know, do everything you can to make your team score. And I just love that kind of play there. Weevil's going to try and take it out of their corner, but Ecrux is going to keep the pressure as he does get demoed. Ecrux off the ceiling, after not sealing the wall, tries to get a double tap, doesn't quite get it. It's going to go to the opposite wall here. It gets banged over to Swamp Donkey. He's waiting in the middle. Big clear to Rizzer. He gets it off the backboard. Can he get a second? He can't. Ecrux is going to have to take it here. Gets 50'd with Weevil. It's going to go mid.
Double. Wow.
With big, I think that was pinched with the other team there.
I thought Ecrux was about to redirect that into their net. That's why I said something. A shot coming in, slots it. Rizzer ties the game.
That was great awareness from Rizzer there. He just had to get going there. 6 seconds left. He knew he had to shoot this. Otherwise, the ball could have just went everywhere. He had a great, I don't know if he could have aimed that any better to get it over that one Despicable Me defender. Great shot coming from Rizzer.
Just over Spoopy's head. And now looking for another overtime in this series. Maybe not. Never mind. We will be going to overtime. Next goal sends the team to match point, and they will have 2 opportunities to send themselves to the grand finals after that. Let's see which team, you know, rises to this moment and gets themselves that huge advantage. Hypnotic shot! Oh, just wide. So close. And already Despicable Me's. No, the overcommit coming out! Swamp Donkey capitalizes on it, and Despicable Me's get burnt by an overcommit.
That's the triple commit you were talking about right before the series started from Despicable Me's. They are all caught in Cook's corner. Swamp Donkey gets the easiest goal, probably of the DIV series here.
Open nets.
Oh yeah,
those are difficult. Okay.
You know what?
I've seen Swamp Donkey miss a fair share of those open nets.
I've seen myself miss.
I've seen myself as well. Those are not. Do not take for granted any of those. And now Cooked, they have that game advantage. They have 2 opportunities. The only way they lose is if they go to Game 7. And Despicable Me is they have to climb a huge mountain to try and bring this back.
Yeah, for Despicable Me, are they taking a timeout? I'm not sure. Maybe they're just taking the whole in-between game here. But, yeah, if I'm Despicable Me, I'm definitely need to take a time here because this means game point for Cooked. And they have been looking very solid ever since their timeout. I think they need to take a page from their book here to kind of just get their bearings a little bit.
Yeah, and I honestly would say that Cook stole this game. Like, they had the tying goal at 8 seconds left or something like that from Risser. Yep. Then an overcommit from Despicable Me's led to an open net. And, I mean, those type of games, they hurt. They hurt real bad when you think you all but have it won, and then it just slips from your fingertips. I mean, you have 8 seconds left. You see on this replay just over his head, and then not even 20 seconds into overtime, the game's over.
Yeah, I think you're right. Maybe Despicable Me's, they kind of maybe saw what they were having because they were dominant that whole game. Cook kind of just slipped through the cracks there right at the end. So Despicable Me's ought to know to maybe not let that get to their heads a little bit and keep a good mental as they might be sitting well mentally for this game. Let's just see if they can stop them from getting that last game that they'll need and take it serious for himself.
Not quite on net though. Hypnotic doesn't get the touch. That ball just bounces Risser, flip reset. Spoopy gets a weird touch over. It was really weird from Risser's car there. But now Ecrux has this ball, has control, getting it around 1. Does he have another 50? He does. Not quite where he probably wanted that. Now Spoopy passing it out mid. Weevil is up there so early. Hypnotic waiting back this time though, as he's able to send it to the corner. Swamp Donkey getting 50, getting demoed as well. Spoopy not with the greatest touch. Ecrux will catch it, no boost. Getting it over 1. Spoopy able to 50. Swamp Donkey there, and Hypnotic banging it. That's open. That is completely open. That's just in. And an overcommit now coming out from Cooked.
Yeah, Spoopy was in their backline, kind of just cleaning them out, getting them out of the way a little bit maybe. And it's just the only one for Cooked back is Spoopy Man from Despicable Me.
Yeah, tough commit there from Weevil. That might haunt him throughout the rest of this game, depending on how this series goes, depending on how this game goes. Might be looking back at that moment.
Off the kickoff here, Weevil and Swamp Donkey are trying to make a play off the right wall here. They're not able to get anything. Rizer's the only one back here, but he's able to make a formidable clear, and he's going to go up, maybe make something happen here as it goes falling down for his team. Ecrux kind of goes missing, a little awkward here. Hypnotic banks it away to help him out. This is going to go high, but Swamp Donkey is still floating. He kind of gets a shot off. Rizer It's up midfield. He's going to get a second touch here. Off of Spoopy's car. It's going to go falling right in front of Ecrux here.
Oh, almost the dunk of a century from Swamp Donkey there. His ball is going to get past Weevil, though, as he can't really collect it either. He's going to have to pass it back or just leave it. Ecrux sitting under the ball, didn't even see him. Risser off that wall, getting a demo. Swamp Donkey will take it away from him. That ball is center. Weevil does not make a shot. He decides to pass it to the corner. Swamp Donkey is waiting back. Great catch coming out. That ball goes straight up. Ecrux is there. A shot. Top left corner. Not quite. And then a save coming out by Risser. Ball still in that corner. Risser takes control. Hypnotic getting bumped. Spoopy getting faked out of his mind. Hypnotic gets the ball to Ecrux. And, I mean, Despicable Me, they're looking a lot better on defense, and that is a good thing for them in this series.
One thing I want to point out, what I love watching in these high GC players is how quickly they're able to make an adjustment there to get a great shot, just like you just saw Ecrux do. Hypnotic gets a big clear out to mid, but it's going to get 50 by Cook and another member of Despicable Me is Rizzer with a big booming clear down mid. Ecrux is going to be waiting for it. Big tank of boost here. He's going to try and make a play or something happen. He gets a reset in the corner, gets it up mid. No one from his team is able to answer before Swamp Donkey, and one other person kind of cleared there, but big clear from Spoopy. It goes sending the other way. Almost caught Cooked off guard there. It just wasn't quite on net.
No, not quite. And now Hypnotic off that backboard. He backflips, unfortunately, but the bump coming out. Weevil hitting it over one. Swamp Donkey is there. Is it going to go in? Not quite powerful enough to get it past the final defender. Spoopy passing out mid, but Weevil is going to intercept that. Gets it destroyed. Gets sent back to his own net from that.
I think Rizzer was lifting a little bit from a pass on the ground there from Weevil, but Weevil took it a little high. It's going to fly towards the net. Spoopy's able to get it clear, but Cooked is able to answer back. It goes a little high. Ecrux is a little awkward here. Swamp Donkey trying to get a touch. Rizzer opts to get it instead. He's going to try and get a pass over him. Hypnotic goes a little bit missing here. He can't get the second touch. It's going to go into the bottom left corner, just right past Despicable Me's last defender.
I am so confused. What happened? Hypnotic just able to make the touch. Spoopy, he backflips. He isn't able to get to the touch because of the backflip. And now with a minute 40, tie game. Cooked. Maybe one goal away from taking this series and returning to face Backboard Bros in the grand finals.
They are looking very strong here. Swamp Donkey might get a play here on Spoopy Man as he goes missing. They are able to recover though. But yes, Cooked is looking very strong in this last game. They are staying dominant. One player is always on the ball, and they seem to always have one player bumping as well. Let's see what a play coming out from Rizzer. Two of the Despicable Me members go missing on the save. It's going to be very awkward for him as they're just going to be pelting shots here.
It's still a chance. Everybody low boost on Despicable Me's, but the 50 will send the ball away. Spoopy, the one that has boost, buying time for his team. Now both of his teammates having full boost. Ball getting sent mid. Weevil slamming it to the other side. Spoopy needs to make this touch. Makes a great touch. That ball goes to the corner. That is a little awkward, just sitting in the mid. Shot coming on. Hypnotic should get back to that. He does. Getting it past another. Risser has to collect in his own half. Probably a pre-jump coming out. Yep, called that. As now Spoopy getting dunked by Risser. Two members of Cook pushing up. A shot coming out!
Yep. I knew Swamp Donkey was going to rip that. The guy was just in a bad spot. That was a great play from Swamp Donkey. Just putting it right on net there. Nothing fancy, just right over Hypnotic. They're not able to get it.
Yeah, and one thing to mention, Risser going with those bumps, those demos, chasing Ecrux, not letting him get back to the net where he wanted / needed to be. Because now Risser.
Despicable Me have 30 seconds to try and make something happen here. They need one goal to tie it up. It's going to be almost open for Weevil. Rizzer's going to take it in the corner. Despicable Me's need to take control of this ball here. As it almost goes in their net again, Hypnotic's going to try and make something happen in their back corner. Gets a big clear out. Spoopy Man's going to try and answer back, but Swamp Donkey is able to shut it down. Ecrux' turn. He tries to get a shot near the net there, but Rizzer is able to stop it. And with Rizzer on the ball here and no one back, I think this is just going to be Cook's game and Cook's series.
There it is. Sends it home. They will return to the grand finals. Facing Backboard Bros later today, the last match of the day. And they made a huge comeback in this series, winning 4 straight after their timeout. Maybe Despicable Me should have taken a timeout. Maybe it would have given them a little buff.
After Cook's timeout of their own, they just completely dominated the game. They went down 2 games right away. not quite a gentleman's sweep, but they went down the first 2, had a timeout, then boom, they were ready to roll. So yeah, that timeout really helped Cook today.
Yeah, and I mean, they're going to return to face Backward Bros. You saw the match yesterday. They lost.
No, don't let them have a timeout.
Losing in 6 to Backward Bros, and they have to do a lot to face them. I mean, whatever, Remzik, yeah, whatever. He's on the
Right.
team.
We've
But
all
you
heard
have
of
to
him.
beat them twice.
Yep.
You have to beat them in 2 series before they beat you in 1. And that is, no matter who is on the other team, a huge task. But then you add a Remzik to the equation, and it just gets even harder.
Maybe on the bright side for Cooked here, I think they all have quite a bit of experience even facing Remzik. So
They do.
I think they all kind of have an idea of what they need to do. My bad, I wasn't even in the camera. Maybe if I paid attention, I could do this job a little bit better. But no, as I was saying, Cook, they all have they have a little bit of idea what to do. Not only against Remzik, but they've played your guys' team in the past, I'm sure. And I think
they beat Backward Bros in the regular season. Both of these teams beat Backward Bros in the regular season. One swept them, one reverse swept them.
There we go.
But then playoffs hit, and Backward Bros hit a new level, and they decided, hey, we're not going to lose anymore.
Yeah. And I'm sure we'll get one of the Cooked members up here for an interview soon here, and you guys can talk about, that game, upcoming games. But no, very, very good performance coming up from Cooked here. And Despicable MIIS. I mean, they were both fun to watch. Despicable MIIS had the series in the first half.
They did.
They just kind of lost grip as Cooked was able to, I guess, cook up something,
Yeah, I mean, the overcommits got the best of them.
Yep.
I mean, that's what lost them Game 5, that overcommit, that triple commit. And, I mean, that was kind of the story of the more recent games from Despicable MIIS, was just overcommitting, not having someone back, low boost, not being able to rotate fully. And unfortunately for Despicable MIIS, that costed them pretty heavily in this series.
Yes, indeed. Very, very, very fun performance to watch from both these teams. And, I just can't say it enough. I really enjoyed watching Cooked after they kind of just cleaned things up a little bit.
They looked a lot better this series than they did last series, and I'm really looking forward to the grand finals. This is going to be an interesting interview. Never faced this guy before. Don't know this guy. Congratulations, grand finals. Tall road ahead of you. Tall road ahead of you. Regardless of who's on the other side, bracket resetting, it's a huge thing. Huge challenge ahead, but you have Remzik on the other team. That's
true.
Gets even harder, like I was saying earlier with Steve. But, I mean, how are you guys feeling after that series?
Rough, I would say. It didn't start out great.
I think you guys looked a lot better than you did yesterday.
Absolutely, but
you guys, again, started out the same 0-2, but after the timeout, instead of just winning one game, you guys took 4 in a row.
Yeah.
And that was huge.
We just needed to change up something. Mm-hmm. We just kind of were more aggressive and knew we just needed to clear it off our side. But
so timeouts help?
They do.
Okay.
Even DIV should take them.
Maybe.
I think they would have come back if they took a timeout.
I was honestly surprised not to see one, because especially after that Game 5, that overcommit, I was really, really surprised not to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything that goes on in your guys' comms in between games? I notice a lot of panicking on the goal line when you guys are all sitting there. Everybody jumps. I mean, what are the comms looking like?
Comms are fine. I think we're just getting out of position a little bit. So, yeah.
Yeah. I apparently have heard that you've been to the grand finals a lot of times. 4? 3? 3.
3 times.
3 times.
This will be 3 times.
Yeah, my producer just lied to me, said 4 times. Shame on. 4 times LAN. Use your eyes.
Yeah, I've been to LAN
every
semester I've played. So.
No, that's why he wanted the 1, 2, 3, 4, and unfortunately he's in the grand finals. I'm sorry that you had to go back to the grand finals.
I guess I'm forced to get first again. So.
Oh, I don't know about that one. Maybe we'll go 1, 2, 3, 2.
Sounds tempting, but I think I think the one's call my name.
Yeah, it'll be an exciting series later. I mean, I'm obviously not going to ask any plans or anything like that because I'm not going to get anything. But I guess you guys are excited. A lot of planning is going to have to go into it for both teams. I mean, it's hard to beat a team twice. And
Yeah.
both of us, I mean, we've traded off series.
Yeah.
One in the regular season, one in the playoffs. So, well, at LAN.
Here, yeah.
So, I mean, any last words you have? Anything you want to say?
Good luck.
Yeah, it'll be a great
let's have
series.
a good one.
It'll be a great one. So
Let's not
we're
make it
gonna
awkward.
send it to break. We have a Div D Grand Finals up next, I believe. So stay tuned.